Good day, everyone. You already know what I'm here for. 6 months ago, I moved to Australia, and I told you I'd make a point on this journey 6 months in. My first impressions were rather like in the movies. Palm trees, beaches, expensive cars. But to be honest, I was so jet-lagged my brain was only functioning because of caffeine. I arrived at the Sydney Kingsford Smith Airport at 7:08 on the 4th of January. The first 2 weeks were mainly based on relaxing on beaches like the Coogee Beach or Palm Beach, mostly working photo shoots with my cameraman and photographer Joe. But did you know that there are more than 10,000 beaches in Australia? How crazy is that? Recovering from the jet lag meant I had a lot of time on my hands, so I could finally go exploring. As a big trekking enthusiast, I wanted to see what Sydney had to offer me in terms of walking trails and forests. So, on the 16th, I tried out the Manly Dam Loop, which, if I remember well, was 7.4 kilometers. 2 days later, I tried the Great North Walk, which is 36 kilometers, but of course, I went back on my steps when I was around maybe 10 kilometers. After 3 weeks in Sydney, I decided to have a 2-hour drive to Canberra, that is the capital of Australia. The first thing I did in Canberra was go to the Parliament House with my photographer Joe. It is one of the most famous places to go watch birds. And there I saw some peregrine falcon floats, which are falcons that are really, really cool. They say that they're one of the best to catch their prey. Did you know that Australia is the home of 830 species of birds? And that's only if you don't include the islands around Australia. At this point in my journey, I didn't have a lot of friends. I only had, Joe, of course, very loyal photographer. But I really wanted to flex the fact that I could have Australian friends. So I tried socializing in different places. So I went to the Big Splash water park in Canberra, and it was really amazing. I actually made friends with one of the lifeguards. Michelle then invited me to go to one of this most famous restaurant in Canberra called the Courgette restaurant. Very French. It was awesome. We had an amazing appetizer, and he even paid for the dishes. After all the time we spent together, me and Joe became closer to Michelle, and he introduced us to his friends. And Joe mentioned that he really wanted to see animals, so we went to the zoo. There, we saw lemurs, crocodiles, and even kangaroos. There are over 50 million kangaroos in Australia. That is enormous. Anyways, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm really glad I could come do this very nice journey here, and I can't wait to see what happens for the end of the year.